woke up a little bit early to try and do some work. I wound up with this. But fortunately enough, had other goals, other plans. Yeah, so I just did that whole IGTV rant about how hot tank versus me. Hot tank always wins. Well, I went to the machine shop. They told me if my block was dirty, that they were going to have to run through the hot tank after they already quoted me $150. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's another $100. It's like $85. Now listen, the hot tank is always going to be the best thing because it always will get the absolute cleanest, right? But my problem is with that is I called before I went, and they told me, yep, $150. Now, when I got there, as soon as I put the block on the table, before I even unwrapped it from my fucking shirt, like, as soon as I sit down, like, well, if it's dirty, we're going to run through the hot tank. Well, if that's the first thing on your fucking mind, dude, why the fuck you didn't say that shit when I called? So, even though, despite the fact that I think the 180 or the 85 isn't a bad deal and it's worthwhile doing, just on principle, I'm not gonna. Like, you're not gonna get that 85 out of me, motherfucker, because you didn't tell me before I got here. You didn't give me time to make that decision before I came. You made me make it here. So now I'm be petty. I ain't letting you get that 85 out of me. So I went and took the block right back in the fucking car and brought the son of a bitch home. Now I went ahead and honed it just so I can get all the debris and rust out of there. And I put the oven cleaner, and this is the first time that I ever put it on in a heavy amount, and I let it soak for 15 fucking minutes instead of just spraying and wipe down right away. I gotta say that I'm impressed. It did a lot better than I thought. But like the degreaser, if you let the shit sit too long, it's gonna start changing the fucking metal. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's a part of the deck. Oh yeah, you can see it there. See, it's like stained. Now I'm gonna scrub that off, that discoloration and shit. But it does start to eat up the fucking metal. It's gonna start to make a difference. It's gonna change the way it looks. But all the hot spots are done. They're out. Now, what he told me is they don't want dirt and debris getting into the fucking the home tank, right? Because they bore over and then they hone, right? I'm like, well, fuck it, man. If the honing problem is only gonna be your only issue, then I'll just take it home and hone it myself. And he's like, no, that's not gonna work. I'm like, why not? He's like, because we bore it to a certain point and then the honing still gets the last bit off. I'm like, dude, yeah, but I know, that the honing isn't gonna fucking remove material. And he's like, yeah, it does. The honing still is doomed, right? So this is one of those debates I've had with people for the longest time because, like people are like, oh, you can get, hone stuff out. Well, not necessarily. And this guy agreed. He's like, look, if you take it home and do the dingleberry hone, you'll never get that last bit off. So to be 100% clear, the machine shop's tool for the honing stone versus the do-it-yourself hone tool that you get for a deglazer at the auto parts or whatnot doesn't take off material. The honing at the machine shop does take off a little bit. The honing tool that you use doesn't. Alright, there's a difference. So I thought I'd talk about that real quick. And anyway, now that I got this all cleaned up, I'm gonna soak the bolt holes with WD-40 inside, and I'm gonna hit this with a hair dryer to get all the residual water off, and get this ready to go back to the machine shop. I left the pistons in the trunk, so he's gonna do that next. And maybe, I guess, if I can see any dirt, I'll touch it with my finger, see if it rubs off. If it rubs off, I'll hit it again. But yeah, so I used that little cheap hose on the jet mode, and my scrubber here, that scrub pad, and my fucking brush, and it came off way better than I thought. So maybe possibly in the future, that'll be something I'll add to. I mean, add like a $30-$40 charge, and because I'm sure that in the condition it is now, the paint is going to be much better. It's going to be much better adhered. It's going to stick to it a lot better. So I'm happy with the results. 100% spotless. Still no, I can still see little smudges and smears everywhere, but definitely 110% better than what I had started with. So this is definitely something I might not do for every fucking build, but I'm definitely going to consider it because it didn't really take that much time. All right, guys, thanks for watching.